Yo, what's up, tutors? It's your boy Richard with SmartTutor.io. Check it out. It's summertime. Summertime is here. So for most of you guys watching this video, depending on when you're watching it, maybe you're watching it in the future, but if you're watching it right now, typically business starts to slow down a little bit in the summer, right? Families go on vacations. They want to take breaks. Not that they're never going to come back. They'll probably be here back in, a couple months in August when school starts back up again. But what do you do in the summer, right? Well, the summer is a very, very, very good opportunity to subscribe to the channel and give up that thumbs up, right? I'm just kidding. That's my crack at trying to be funny. But summer is a huge opportunity because you are slower, right? And so in a lot of my summers when I slow down, I've actually been able to make the biggest changes without having a massive, massive impact on my current customer base, right? So, for example, the very first thing that you should be considering doing during the summer is camps, right? Camps or programs, whatever you want to call it. Camps, right? And there's all kinds of cool camps you can do, right? Depending on if you're online or offline. I mean, you could run a lot of the same type of stuff, but you can run transitional programs, right? Transitional programs, right, which are basically just programs like if you're in fourth grade or you're going into fifth, or if you're going from fourth to fourth, depending on what time of the year it is. Well, you can transition them and get them ready for that next semester, right? There's a lot of parents out there who will pay for you to do programs to make sure that they don't get that summer slide, right? So transitional programs are awesome. But a thing that I really, really like to do because it can attract a lot of attention on your companies are things that are fun, right? Things that are much more fun than just a transitional tutoring program. Things like robotics camps, right? Robots, right? Kids love to program these things. Kids love to be able to compete. They just love that word robot, right? So robotics is one of my biggest programs. I'll typically charge $150 a kid. It's a 2-day program, 3 days Friday, 3 days Saturday. We're done. And you get 10, 20 kids in there, and it's not a decent 2 days, right? It's a pretty decent 2 days. Sorry, I'm tripping over my words. I was out for a bit because I was kind of sick, so I'm still recovering. So forgive me. But robots is awesome. Art, right? A lot of parents want to put their kids in art, right? You can do all kinds of cool things. You could have an artist come in, or maybe you're the artist, and it could be as simple as, hey, I'm going to teach you how to draw this one thing during this 2-hour class, and it's X amount of dollars. I hope you can join us, right? So art camps are cool. Programming video games, right? Games, those are super, super cool, especially with the world that we're living in right now, right? Everything's going into coding and AI and programming and all kinds of that stuff. Kids need to know how to use technology, right? And I'll give you one more idea. You could do a finance class, right? Finance, where you teach kids how to manage finances, right? How to be more entrepreneurial so when they are older, they're actually prepared for the world, because I know that's a big thing that's missing in our school systems right now. So those are just some ideas, right? But get the brain going, right? Come up with a whole bunch of cool ideas on your own, things that make sense for you, right? I mean, you could do book clubs, you can do all kinds of cool stuff. And the cool thing is a lot of these things make awesome lead magnets, right? As a lot of you guys know, I always talk about growing your email list, right? I had a whole rant over on my Instagram this morning about it because it's so important. Right? It's so, so vital to your success that you grow your list. And so a lot of these things here are even really, really cool lead magnet things, right? If you wanted to do like a simple multiplication boot camp or math facts boot camp or whatever it may be, you can even run that thing for free, get a bunch of eyeballs on your business, right? And then some of those parents, as long as you follow up with them, will convert into paying customers for your business, right? So you can do all kinds of cool stuff with this. So summer's a huge opportunity. But when business slows down, another thing that you should be doing is you should be trying to figure out, okay, what were my weak points this last semester? What can I do better this time to make more money, right? For example, if you're 1-to-1 right now, get rid of that. Transition to group tutoring, right? So we only do group tutoring here. We do small groups, so 1 to 3. Typically, my tutors will only do 1 to 3 students per hour, but for me, I do up to 7, 8 sometimes, depending on the subject. Like high schoolers are pretty easy to manage. But one-on-one tutoring, you're trading an hour of your time for a dollar amount, right? For group tutoring, you can charge everybody X amount of dollars, and now you're getting paid more per hour, right? It's a no-brainer, right? So, but this is a good time to do that because you don't have that many students at the moment, right? So you can transition. So when the semester starts again and you start to get busy, you could say, hey, this is how we're doing things now, right? Easy switch, right? So 1-to-1 over to group. You guys like my little sun, by the way? I put a little sun in the corner so it could be more festive for the summer. So 1-to-1 over to group, right? The third thing that I want to talk about is raising your prices. This is a perfect opportunity to do that, because then when people start, blowing up your phone here when the semester starts again, or even summer tutoring, you can easily say, hey, this is how much it costs, right? And you increase your rates. There are only 2 ways to make more money in your tutoring business, and I preach this. It's either raising your prices, right, which can be an instant revenue increase, and getting more customers, right? And I always suggest both of those things. So start brainstorming some summer camps, right? Camps are awesome. Just pick one and roll with it. Grow your email list, right? Convert from one-on-one to small group. And I know you're probably thinking, well, I don't know how to do that, or it doesn't work for me. Sit down, plan it out, come up with a strategy on how you're going to manage those groups, because I promise you, no matter what subject out there that you have, it can be done in a group, okay? And then raise your prices, right? Raise your prices. Even if it's by $10, right? Even if it's by $10, raise it for now, right? Get comfortable with being more expensive, right? Because there is no strategic advantage to being the to being the second cheapest person in your area, right? If you're not going to be the absolute cheapest, which I absolutely don't recommend, then there is no strategic advantage in being the second cheapest. So you might as well be the most expensive, right? So raise your prices. And the last thing that I would like to say is increase activity, right? A lot of your competitors, a lot of people out there that are tutors, they're contracting right now. They're going on summer breaks. You're like, you know what? We have less business. Let's go party it up. The truth is this is a perfect opportunity for you to get ahead. Start posting. Say, okay, you know what? I post once a day on my social media. I'm gonna 10x that, right? I'm gonna start posting 10 times a day on my social media, right? I'm gonna make triple the amount of ads that I normally run, right? Because you need to get all of the attention on your business at this time when a lot of the other people aren't advertising. They're not advertising, they're taking off, they're taking breaks, right? Just like everybody else, just like the rest of the world. So this is an opportunity to get ahead, right? Look at your social media strategy. It's free. It just takes your time. You have phones these days, right? You have a media company in your pocket. Point and shoot and say some cool stuff, right? Post. Done, right? TikTok, Reels, Instagram posts, stories, start a YouTube channel, right? Start a Facebook community that are all geared towards local parents, right? And invite local parents to join it. And you can talk about, tutoring, education, all kinds of cool stuff in your group. And that is a, congregation of people that could be potential leads or customers for you in the future, right? So increase your action this summer. So with that being said, guys, I'm going to conclude the video here. But just to summarize what we talked about, it's summer, business slows down, it doesn't have to, but this is a good opportunity for you to change and shift things into your business. Start up a summer camp, right? I think those are super cool. Grow your email list, right? Go from one-on-one to group, because this is a perfect opportunity. Raise your prices and take more action this summer so you can set yourself up for the next semester. So with that being said, guys, if you like the information and you're new to the channel, or you're not new to the channel but you haven't subscribed yet, it would be really, really awesome if you did. Just hit that subscribe button, hit that thumbs up, and let me know in the comments section which summer camp you're going to run. With that being said, I'll see you in the next video.